because we have to broadcast or whatever. So, yeah, I'll give it like 15 more seconds and then I'll call us in. So, for the millions of people watching us live.
You know that. Fairburn, saturated.
This is, instead of This is American Idol, this is Planning and Zoning.
Let's see, we got the right way.
I mean, you know, gotta spice it up a little bit, right? All right, here we go. Hey, Mike. All right. Good evening, everyone. The time is now 7 p.m. on May 2nd, and I will call this meeting to order. We're now going to do a determination of quorum, so staff, will you please conduct a roll call to establish that we do have a quorum present?
Yes, sir. I'll start the roll call. Commissioner Jones,
Present.
Commissioner Stewart,
Present.
Commissioner Eccles,
Present.
Commissioner Devers,
Present.
Commissioner James,
Present.
Commissioner Smith.
Present.
All present.
All right, we have a quorum. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow commissioners, if you would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, commissioners. Next topic this evening, I'll now entertain a simple motion to approve the meeting agenda. Oh, yes.
Just one clarification.
Sure.
I updated the agenda to include both the regular scheduled meeting and executive session meeting minutes.
Yes, so you should have received all the meeting minutes from last time, yes. So first of all, I'll entertain a motion to approve the current meeting agenda for this evening. I could have a motion and a second.
I motion that we approve the meeting agenda for this evening's meeting. Second.
All right, I have a first motion and a second, so I'll call to vote. All those in favor, please say affirmably aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, the motion carries. Next on the agenda is the approval of the regular meeting minutes. As stated, we do have executive session meeting minutes to approve. Assume all the commissioners have reviewed the regular meeting minutes from the March 7th, 2023 meeting, as we did not have one in April. If there are no questions or discussions, assume there is not, I'll now entertain a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes.
Commissioner Stewart, I motion that we approve the March 7th regular meeting minutes.
Commissioner Devers, second the motion.
Okay, I have a motion and a second, so I'll call the vote. All those in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Fantastic. The motion does carry. As stated, we will now do the approval of the executive session meeting minutes. If there are no questions or discussions, I'll now entertain a motion and a second to approve the executive session minutes.
Commissioner James, I move that we approve the executive session meeting minutes from the March 7th meeting.
Commissioner Smith, second.
Okay, fantastic. I have a motion and a second, so I will call the vote. Again, all those in favor of the motion as stated, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the motion does carry. Okay, so now, as part of the agenda, I will open the period for public comments. Please reserve your comments for anyone that is here related to, if you have comments related to a specific agenda item, just please wait till we call for comments to that. So this is now just open for the period for public comments. Comments to the Planning and Zoning Commission should be limited to no more than 2 minutes. Groups wishing to address an issue should select 1 or 2 spokespeople. The time allowed on all issues shall not exceed 15 minutes. Issues raised at this time are generally referred to the Director of Planning and Zoning for review. Responses will certainly be provided at a later date. So now I will open the period for general public comments. Doesn't sound like we have any. Fantastic. Okay, we will close the section for public comment. Currently, we do not have anything on the agenda under old business because we did not have a meeting in April. So now we will move right along into the new business portion of the agenda. Our first item of new business is as follows. This is the concept plan Package Depot Plaza. The address is 7895 Sonoya Road, and this is a request to review the conceptual site plan. And so I will now ask the staff to present the staff analysis and recommendation for this new business item.
I am ecstatic to introduce our new planner, Chancellor Felton. He is joining us and is a real asset to our team. He'll be presenting the case. If there are any additional questions, I believe the applicant has had some issues arriving, but we will go ahead and proceed with the presentation. And if there are any issues that arise, we can, of course, table it.
Fantastic.
And also, our code enforcement manager, Mr. Lundell Fleming, has joined us. So if you guys have any questions after the meeting, he is available as well.
I appreciate that.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
We will be discussing a request to review the conceptual site plan of the Package Depot Plaza. Mr. Ishwar has submitted a complete application for his request, and staff has made a recommendation. First, I will go over the site. The site is located at 7895 Sonoya Road on the northwest corner of the intersection of Sonoya Road and Peachtree Landing Circle. It is currently zoned C2 and is located in the Highway 74 Overlay District. It is approximately 2.33 acres. This is what the site looks like today. In a few slides, we will see the improvements that are being proposed. Mr. Ishwar has included an accurate, up-to-date, and certified survey, and the site is outlined in red. This is what they are proposing. It's a retrofit of the 8,400 square foot existing building. The building will consist of alternating light and dark brick masonry, glass storefronts, doors included, with alternating metal and canvas awnings, and also single entry painted metal doors in the rear. The concept plan includes all buildings and structures, driveways, parking facilities, walkways, landscaping, buffer easements, utilities, and other required infrastructure. The applicant is also proposing an underground stormwater detention facility in the southeast corner of the site. Staff recommends approval of the concept plan with the condition that any significant modifications as determined by staff to the approved concept plan would necessitate a further review by the Planning and Zoning Commission. I conclude.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Great job.
I will now entertain questions for staff only, regarding the request. Any questions from my fellow commissioners for staff?
I do have a question.
Yes,
This does say retrofit, so we're going to be working with the existing building there.
Yes, ma'am.
So I've seen that there's some movement going on in the parking lot area. Do we know what that is? It looks like there's some construction going on already.
At this time, I'm not aware of any construction going on at the site. However, we can investigate.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes,
The motor vehicle business behind it, is it going to stay there?
At this time, the end users, we do not know who they are. That's not required at this time in the process. However, that will be discussed after we issue their certificate of occupancy before we issue their business license.
Okay. And one more question. The burial site that's on that property, is that still there? Is it going to stay?
That is staying. That is still located there. Yes, ma'am.
So just as I sort of recap, it's a existing structure, the current 8,400 square foot, essentially retrofitting, alternating brick, awnings, glass, and then the back doors, essentially most retail will just have a standard metal entrance. It's nothing else, no additional buildings. They're gonna be making nicer parking and landscaping.
Major remodeling.
Yeah, is that an accurate sort of recap?
That is correct.
Okay, thank you.
And do we know if it's all retail? Is that what's planning?
At this time, we don't know who the end users are going to be, but we will definitely find that out before we issue a business license.
Because it's currently zoned as C2, so it would be
Yes.
commercials, right,
Right.
in that regards, okay.
And the liquor store will remain there, right?
The liquor store will be moving into a new building that will be right next door to the plaza.
That must be what the construction is.
Okay.
Could you go back to the plat real quick? Because I think it's a couple slides back. Is that possible, Mike? That's fine, I'm sorry. Keep going, right there. Oh,
Survey?
right, I'm sorry, the survey, right. So it's just the area that we're discussing is just the one that is in red. The other two, where I believe you also, Commissioner Eccles indicated where there is a cemetery, is not at all in the red, correct?
Correct.
Okay, all right, thank you. I just wanted to visually make sure.
Mr. Chancellor, I have a question, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
So the building, the existing building that's there now, will that building be demolished, or will that building be a part of the new building that's coming into?
The building that they're currently, that we're doing the concept plan for, that's the existing building. They will be retrofitting that and renovating that, and that will stay.
So it will become a part of it?
Yeah, it's essentially, I'm assuming it's the same building, it'll just look a lot nicer.
Right.
Okay. Which is great.
Will they extend the driveway and redo the driveway? I read that, but, you know, is that concrete in writing when y'all do y'all?
According to the concept plan, they do plan on redoing the parking lot to make it conform to our current zoning code standards.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So glad something is finally happening here.
Sir, you are, you'd like to introduce yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Part of this.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Londell Fleming. I'm the new code enforcement manager, the zoning and planning division, office secretary.
Welcome.
Welcome. Oh, welcome.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I think that's all the questions for staff. I'll now entertain a motion, which is kind of, and a second to open the public comment period for this particular agenda item. I could have a first and a second to open the public comment period.
Just point of order, Chair. This is a conceptual site plan, so it's not a public hearing. So really, it's time for a motion from the body.
Okay, all right, well then we will not open it nor close it. Absolutely. All right. If there's no additional questions, public comment, or discussion, I'll now call this item to a vote. So if I may have a motion, call this item to a vote from a fellow commissioner.
Commissioner Eccles, I motion to approve concept plan for Package Depot Plaza at 7895 Sonoya Road.
Commissioner Stewart, I second the motion.
I now have a motion and a second, so I will call this item to vote. All those in favor of the motion as stated, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed? Nope. The motion carries. Thank you, commissioners. Yes, commissioners, now we'll just kind of open it up, right, for just any general commissioner comments. We will start from right to left and go down the line if there's any comments. If not, we can move to the next item, which is adjournment.
Well, what I will say is that April was very boring. April Fool's Day, we were fooled because we didn't have a meeting day. But it was good. I won't complain. But other than that, the year started out to be a really good year. Glad everything went well with Commissioner Smith down there with his surgery. Glad to have you back. So that's it for me.
Okay. For me, I would like to welcome our two staff members, our new staff members. So glad to have both of you. And thanks again to Ms. Denise Brookins. You've been doing an awesome job.
Absolutely.
So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody on my board as well. This has been great. Good evening, guys.
I'll keep it simple, and I will echo those comments and pass it on down.
Well, I just want to say welcome also to our new two staff members, and you guys keep me in your prayers, because I'm having the same surgery that Mr. Smith had. I'm having it next month myself, so keep me in your prayers.
Well,
that means I'm next in line. What do we-
Commissioner Smith.
And I just want to thank everybody for the encouragement and prayers during my surgery time. And to, you know, thank Commissioner Jane for her encouraging words and stuff. So
You're welcome.
that being said and stuff, you know, that's all I got to say.
Awesome.
My comment is I'm glad that you're back and that you're doing well, and each day progresses even better than the last. And to welcome our new planner, and glad to see everyone here for another month of working in collaboration, and I that all is well with everyone.
Fantastic. Thank you for those wonderful comments, commissioners. All right, we're now at the last item, adjournment. So commissioners, I will now entertain a motion, a first and a second, to adjourn this meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission.
Commissioner James, I motion that we adjourn the meeting.
Commissioner Deaver, second the motion.
All right, I have a motion and a second, so I will call this to vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? All right, the motion passes. Have a good evening.
Thank you.